taxes. My suit, whoa, she slipped away. Billy Joe caught up to her the very next day. They got the money, hey, you know they got away. Headed down south and they're still running today. Saying, go on, take your money and run. Go on, take your money.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm having a little bit of difficulty here with my camera today. Great to be with all of you. Happy Monday. It's June 24th, 2024. I'm a little kind of pixelated over here. I'm going to turn my camera off today. So great to be with all of you today. My name is Bob Lang. It's time for our Daily Bites. It's Monday morning. So here we are. We're at the end of June. Last trading week of June here, of the second quarter, and also the first half of 2024. And where do we stand right now? Well, the NASDAQ's up about 18% so far in 2024. S&P 500 close to about 17% gains. The other two indices, the Dow Industrials and the Russell 2000, far cry from that. They've been struggling so far in 2024. Russell 2000 just barely above water. Roughly about flat for 2024. Dow Industrials maybe up about 4 or 5%. So we know where the power is right now in the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, and those continue to lead as money flows continue to move into those indices. So we don't have a whole heck of a lot on our plate this week in terms of news to drive markets. Other than the fact that there's going to be some big rebalancing going on towards the end of the week with the Russell 2000 especially, and the S&P 500. Going to be some names shifting in and out of these indices. We also have some earnings coming out this week, so nothing huge, but we do have some three names that could certainly be market movers as well too. So we have FedEx coming out with earnings tomorrow night after the close. We'll have Micron, which is a name that I like right now. I'm going to show you that chart in just a few moments. Wednesday after the close, and then Thursday we'll have Nike. So and a few other names sprinkled in between. Now, of course, don't forget next week is the start of the third quarter, and we also have the 4th of July holiday. Again, another week like last week where we'll have a holiday midweek. So markets are closed on Thursday for an observance of Independence Day. And so, again, this kind of puts a whack into the options pricing, and we'll be talking about that sometime early next week on Monday. So, so let's take a look at the markets right now. They certainly have been a little bit challenged here the past couple of weeks, struggling to try to find a little bit of direction. Of course, the NASDAQ has been very, very strong. We've seen that the NDX here with higher highs and higher lows has been straight up. We got to an really deep overbought reading last week. In fact, on Wednesday and Thursday, we got to well over 80 on the RSI, which hasn't happened in quite some time. And usually that augurs well for a nice pullback. So where could a pullback take you? Well, we have the 20-day moving average coming in at around 19,100, and the index is about 19,700. So anywhere between there, because the 20-day moving average is rising, right? So it could come up to meet the falling price as well too. And again, I don't, right now that currently that level is 19,100 and rising. It could be 19,300, it could be 19,400 in about 3 or 4 or 5 days. So we don't know. So I think that is a magnet right now. We are very far away from the 20-day moving average, which is not normal, and it's not healthy for the markets. We always have to have some sort of a check back. Look what happened here back in middle to the end of May. We got way extended from the 20-day moving average. We had a 4-day pullback. It was pretty nasty. A lot of people were getting scared that the market rally was over after this move down. It was a very severe move down here, but then we bounced right back up above that 20-day moving average. That is very highly likely to happen again, but again, it's going to happen at a higher level, and which creates a nice stream of higher highs and again higher lows. All right, so We do have better support down over here. Let's call it about 18,462. Again, that would be about 1,300 points down on the NASDAQ, about 6.5%, 7%. So if the market does really want to correct in a big way, that's some good support down there. And I think you'll find a lot of buyers stepping in at that spot. So I mentioned Micron. MU is the symbol on that one. Had a rough day on Thursday, of course, like a lot of chip names, semiconductor names. Stock came back down, and it's going to report earnings on Wednesday. And I think that this stock is probably corrected enough over here where it's going to have a good. I think it's going to have a good move post earnings. I already have some calls on this name right now. I'm probably going to be adding some more tomorrow or Wednesday, and then maybe perhaps after the earnings call on Wednesday night. So take a look at that one. MU. If I was going to be looking at something, probably like the 140 calls for July, probably look pretty good. Take a look at that. And then other one I wanted to take a look at here is this is the chart that we look at from time to time. This is the new highs, new lows list. Let me expand that out here for you. This is the overall breadth of the market of new highs versus new lows. And you can see that, we talked about this a few weeks ago, that in the month of June, it continues to print low numbers, either negative numbers or low numbers. So until it prints a really high, really super low reading, meaning like minus 100 or something like that, minus 80 to 100 to 120, it's not on a bearish sign yet, but it's certainly heading in that direction. And this is something to be very watchful of. Pay attention to this indicator at all times. Over here, again, this is the breadth. This is new highs versus new lows on the New York Stock Exchange. And unless this can be rehabilitated over here to turn right back upwards again, and every time there's some buying coming in, it's going to be met with selling, right? People are going to look at this and say, look, the breadth is poor, and I don't really necessarily want to be in this market. And every time the market rallies, we're going to see some selling going on. So keep an eye on this this indicator. If it starts moving up, then great. Like it did back over here in April and May. You can get on board, and we can feel like the rally is going to be confirmed, and we can get some further movement upwards. But if it doesn't continue to do that, you can see this thing is just making lower highs, lower lows on the way down from those highs reached in May. So an indicator, very important indicator to take a look at and keep monitoring on a regular basis. So that's going to be it, everyone. Oscillators are negative currently right now. Interest rates started down this morning, and they started popping back up. So I'm a little bit concerned about that. I think it sets up for another chop session like we had on Thursday and Friday. So you know what? I think the best thing to do for you right now, play it cautiously. Have a little bit of protection on. I have some puts on the SPY and the Qs. I have a few names on that I like right now, out to August, July, some for July, a lot more for August and September. Calls that I like. I have some puts on as well too on some other names. And I'm just going to be playing a little bit more defensively right now. There's no reason to play it big. There's no reason to jump in there and be crazy about buying stuff right now. There's nothing out there that's going to take off without you. You're not going to miss anything. So just take it easy, take it slow today, and probably later on this week. And you know what? I suspect that even into next week, that's going to be the case as well too. Volatility right now, the VIX, you can see, is up slightly over here. The futures are only up down about 175. We were up quite a bit more earlier this morning, again, when interest rates started falling down. The Russell 2000, again, very challenged over here. It's a little bit over here, but still it's a little challenged. NASDAQ is faring the worst. Dow Industrial is rallying a little bit here as well this morning. So, just again, play it close to the vest. There are days when you want to participate and you want to be involved, right? And want to be engaged. As of this point right now, at the pre-market, it's telling us the opposite. We want to step back a little bit, just watch what's going on. And if something develops, then we're ready to go. All right. Hopefully that's helpful to everyone, and have a great trading day. I'll be back on Thursday morning, back from my home base in Boston, and have a great day. Have a great trading day. And I appreciate everyone spending a little bit of time with me today. Tweet this out, please. And I'll see you guys all Thursday morning. Take care. Bye.